Good afternoon. We're back with another episode of the Lord of the Rings LCG Progression Series. Playing solo as always, and today's quest is Fire on the Eastemnet. So, Wild Steeds is going to start with 4 steeds on it. Location starts with 4, and Eastemnet Pasture starts with 1. This quest is all about having more wild steeds than captured steeds at the end. And the enemy has a variety of ways to capture steeds. So I also need to search the encounter deck for an enemy, add it to staging, and I'm going to choose, let's see, Orcish Wrangler possibly, but I think Servant of the Eye is the safest bet. So let's get a hand. The reason why Servant of the Eye is the safest is because it has no effect on the steeds. Most of the other enemies will steal a steed. So anyway, when an enemy enters play, place a steed from wild steeds on that enemy. It is an add to staging, not a revealed. So the priorities early in this quest are clear Pillage Stables as quickly as possible so that these steeds can go to wild steeds instead of getting captured, and clear Servant of the Eye. The quest has 3 as well, one of which is going to be captured at the end of each round. So let's get started. Get Gondorian Shield on Beregond. And I'd like to hold off questing with Frodo or using Frodo's ability for 1 round so that I can get out Steward of Gondor next round. So let's quest for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we'll go ahead. Yeah, that's it. Just quest for 8. So it's another Pillage Stables. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, and I'll buff Treebeard by 1 to make it 9, which clears the Pillage Stables, moves the steeds over, and we'll go ahead and move to Pillaged Stables. This enemy will engage. This enemy will attack Beregond. Deal 2 damage among characters you control. So Beregond takes no damage. His threat reduction will negate the threat increase of the Servant of the Eye. And we'll be on to the next round. I don't want to use Éowyn's ability here to take out Servant of the Eye. I'll probably need it later. There's enemies set aside here that are formidable. So on to the next round. And at the end of the round, we have a couple of end of the round effects. We have Poachers in the Night, move 1 steed per player from the stage to captured steeds, and move 1 steed from Pillage Stables to captured steeds, or I can raise threat by 2, which I will do to cancel the effect. So we'll get Steward out on Frodo, which pays for itself. Get Unexpected Courage out on Beregond. I don't have any healing yet. Hopefully soon. I'll play Mablung for 2. I don't have the target I want yet for Sword Thane, which would be a leadership hero. Or a leadership ally, I mean. But I do have Steward on Frodo, so maybe I don't care about that. Yeah, I'm still going to play Mablung, but I think I'd like to get Sword Thane on, probably on Mablung. And I'd think about doing that this round, except that I want to get Honor Guard out. So let's go ahead and quest for, I'm not going to use Mablung's response. Let's quest for 2, 4, 6, 6, 7, 8. Use Frodo's ability to ready Treebeard. So it's 8, that's a surge. He captures a steed. That has a steed. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. So, Pillage Stables is clear. That'll help a lot. And we'll go ahead and move to one of these. Either exhaust a character I control. I don't think I want to do that right now. Interesting. I would like to do it, but I need Beregond's actions available to defend against these enemies. And I need Treebeard to take one of them out, so don't really have much of a choice here. I'll move to Eastemnet Pasture. This enemy will engage, and when he attacks, we move his steed from the active location to Orcish Wrangler. So lowering threat by 1 thanks to Frodo questing successfully with his ability. And we got 2 attacks to deal with. Orcish Wrangler first against Beregond, which moves his steed from there to there. Attacking enemy gets +1, +2 instead if there are more steeds. There are, so his attack is 4, which does not damage Beregond. That will lower my threat by 1. And the Servant of the Eye will attack. Deal 2 damage among characters you control. Inconvenient. But no damage. He does raise my threat by 1. So Treebeard will attack the Orcish Wrangler. I'll buff him twice to get him to 5. And that will free the steeds. Kill the Orcish Wrangler. At the end of the round, we have our end of the round effect. At the end of the combat phase, this location would steal a steed from the active location, but there aren't any on the active location. At the end of the round, a steed is captured. On to the next round. I will play Sword Thane here, which makes Mablung a hero. 2, 3, 4. It's a neutral card. Don't have enough resources for Warden of Healing. But yeah, maybe I should have played Sword Thane last round. I would have 2 resources on Treebeard this round, and I could play Warden of Healing. I'm going to play Honor Guard, though, in case of any random damage that might kill Éowyn. But having extra lore resources is the reason why. Warden of Healing and Ioreth are the reason why I wanted extra lore resources. And I should have done that last round, but I didn't. Mistake. Let's go ahead and quest for 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Readying Treebeard. So the card is 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, I can move to one of these locations. I don't want Open Meadows staying there while it's in the staging area. It gains at the end of the combat phase. I had the topmost enemy in the encounter discard pile of the staging area. Definitely don't want that. So we'll go ahead and move there. And the Servant of, that's going to lower threat by 1 for Frodo. Servant of the Eye will attack Beregond. Exhaust a damaged character you control. Well, that's just Treebeard, unfortunately. But no damage, so Beregond lowers threat by 1, and the Servant of the Eye increases it by 1. And without Treebeard, I cannot take out the Servant of the Eye, unfortunately. So there he remains. And at the end of the round, the steed will be captured. And if there are no steeds remaining here, advance to the next stage. Shuffle the discard pile in. Add Orc Battalion to the staging area. Each other player, there are no other players. Steeds 3. At the end of the round, if there are any enemies in play, move one steed from this stage to captured steeds. My understanding is that the end of the round is, we don't immediately trigger an end of the round effect upon activating a new quest. It would be the end of the next round. That's my best guess. It's possible you're supposed to do it immediately. But I don't think so, because then why have Steeds 3 at all? Why not just be Steeds 2? And yeah, I don't know, actually. But my best guess is you don't do it right away. So, on to the next round. Maplung gets a resource. Frodo gets 2. Shall I play Gandalf here to help me deal with the Orc Battalion? Play Warden of Healing. And I'll use him. I'll leave a resource there. I'll use the Warden of Healing to heal a damage from Frodo and Treebeard. And shall I play Gandalf here? Could deal 4 damage to the Orc Battalion. Fulfill the requirements for attacking the Orc Battalion with Treebeard, Maplung. That's actually difficult, because he needs to be attacked by 3 enemies. If I had I'll have Beregond defend the attack, and then I'll have Gandalf, Treebeard, and Maplung attack back. So we'll go for questing 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's play Gandalf here. Where did Frodo's resources go? Oh yeah, I spent it on readying Treebeard. So he should have 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to delay playing Glorfindel. But I can deal 4 damage to the Orc Battalion. And then we'll quest with Éowyn, Treebeard, and Frodo. Ready Treebeard. The card is Blackland Scouts. Beginning of the combat phase, raise threat by 1 or deal 4 damage. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 8. No problem. But this enemy will, that lowers threat by 1 thanks to Frodo. This enemy will engage. And I have 2 attacks. First against Beregond. He's got 6 shields. After a character is declared as an attacker, you have to deal a damage to him. Cancel that with Honor Guard. And then he takes 1 damage from the attack. And Servant of the Eye will attack him. Deal 2 damage among characters you control. Let's put it on Gandalf. But no damage to Beregond, which does lower threat by 1 and raise threat by 1. So, if I attack, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. So I attack with Gandalf, Maplung, and Treebeard to kill the Orc Battalion. Fortunately, he has to be attacked by at least 3 characters in order to deal damage to him. And at the beginning of the combat phase, I needed to raise threat by 1 for the Blackland Scouts. I'll deal with him next round, I expect. So, at the end of the round, a steed is captured. This enemy actually should have a steed on it. As should have the Orc Battalion, but then I would have captured it again when I killed him, so it's where it should be. And And we are on to the next round. With Gandalf leaving. Elfhelm, I've got some expensive spirit cards, which I'm not likely to be able to play. Let's go ahead, for a while anyway, let's go ahead and heal. I could spend Treebeard's resources to heal again, if I need to. Let's go ahead and quest for 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Surge, surge. Ouch, that's rough. So that goes on the orc enemy with the highest engagement cost, which would be Blackland Scouts. It's going to raise threat by 1 for each orc enemy in play. So I have questing for 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I get those steeds. However, I do have steeds, 2 steeds going to these enemies. Which of them are going to engage? Well, Frodo lowers threat by 1 for questing successfully, so I don't have to engage Blackland Scouts. I have 2 actions available to defend with Beregond, so I'll probably just keep it at those 2. At the beginning of the combat phase, raise threat by 1. These enemies will attack. There is no active location. Although perhaps I should have moved there and exhaust the honor guard to do it. I'm pretty sure I should have. That is a little worse for me because Orcish Wrangler will capture the steed. But as long as I have the action available, that's what I should do. So I exhaust honor guard to do that. He captures the steed from hidden orc camp. Actually, I think I played this a little wrong because it should have been +1 threat on this because it should have stolen a steed from the other location. What was it? I forget. No, it's in the victory display. But it should have stolen that last round at the end of the combat phase. Actually, probably should have stolen 2, right? So that's hard to track exactly what should happen, but I think it's like that. And minus threat, but since that threat went on the location, I don't think that would have mattered. Or the progress, I mean. That should square everything. So that's worse for me. However, it doesn't matter too much, I don't think, in the long run. So this enemy is attacking Beregond. No effect. And that lowers threat by 1. And this enemy is attacking Beregond. Attacking enemy gets +2, no problem. That raises threat by 1. So now I can make use of Treebeard to take out this Wrangler by buffing him twice. And that will move the steeds. Alrighty, this enemy has just sat there the whole game. At the end of the round, steed gets captured. There's some more healing, that's helpful. Mablung, Frodo. And we'll go ahead and heal. Not off of Treebeard, actually. We'll heal off of Éowyn and Mablung. And then use Ioreth to heal off of Treebeard. So, we're getting set up. One more round, and I can use Elfhelm. Play Elfhelm. Or I could save for 2 rounds and play Glorfindel. Let's go ahead and quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, I think I'll just quest for 6 because I want to probably make use of Éowyn to take out 2 enemies here. So questing for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I should have raised threat by 3 at the end of last round because of Crimson Banner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I'm going to engage this enemy and engage this enemy optionally, and he captures his steeds. Beginning of the combat phase, I will deal 4 damage among characters in play. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll cancel one of them with Honor Guard. So attack on Beregond. Discard an attachment you control or raise threat by 3. I can discard Steward at this point. But no damage on Beregond, so that lowers threat by 1. Frodo should have lowered threat by 1 as well. Then we've got another attack on Beregond. No damage. And an attack on Treebeard. No damage. So, Éowyn will attack Blackland Scouts. Go ahead and use her once per game for 3 threat. We're getting up there, but she's at 10 attack now, which will kill the Blackland Scouts. And then she will attack with her second action, the White Mountain Beastmaster. Yeah. So, Servant of the Eye raised threat by 1, and Beregond lowered it by 1. So we're getting the board stabilized. The steed's going to be captured. That doesn't move us on to the end of the next quest phase. We still have to get to 12 progress. However, I am going to lose a steed. I don't want to raise my threat by 2 here. So, on to the next round. Arwen or Elfhelm. I actually think I need the questing. So we'll get Arwen out. Go ahead and use the Warden of Healing. And we'll use Ioreth. So everybody's healthy. Go ahead and quest for 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2. 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's going to free those steeds. And we'll go ahead and move to Pillage Stables. Do I want to engage this enemy? Well, I guess I don't have a choice. Frodo lowers threat by 1, but still going to engage this enemy, and he's going to capture his steed. So, attack number 1 on Beregond. No damage. That lowers threat by 1. Attack number 2 on Beregond. No damage. That raises threat by 1. And now Treebeard can attack the Servant of the Eye. It'll buff Treebeard twice and kill the Servant of the Eye, and that's going to free that steed finally. At the end of the round, the steed's going to be captured because I don't have the threat to do anything about it at the moment. On to the next round. Well, there's another Glorfindel. I can play Legolas for some combat power. And we'll go ahead and quest. Let's see. What's going to happen when this third phase comes out? Shores of Anduin and Morgok. Oh, interesting. So that's a mechanism where we can recover steeds if needed. Because you need to end the game with more wild than captured. So I think I'm going to wait 2 turns and play Glorfindel. Let's go ahead and use Ioreth with a resource and heal. Let's go ahead and quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. He gets a steed. So it's 9 progress. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gonna recover those. It's gonna lower threat by 1 thanks to Frodo. This enemy will engage. Attack, attack. First attack on Beregond. So attacking enemy gets +2. That doesn't break Beregond's shields. Lowers threat by 1. Lowered threat by 1 for Frodo, right? Yep. So we're stabilizing. And attack number 2. So Orc Lookout. Is a priority to take out. But anyway, attack number 2. Either discard an attachment or raise threat by 3. Now, raising threat by 3 is rough. I'm going to discard Sword Thane. Demote Mablung to peasant status. But no damage to Beregond. So, I can have Treebeard attack. And he could attack with Legolas. But if I take out the Orc Lookout, let's take out the Orc Lookout and rescue that steed. And Legolas draws a card. That enemy will just hang around. Alright, I'd say we're mostly stable now. On to the end of the round. Ooh, that'll help with some threat reduction. It's risky not to do it. I could play greedy and play Glorfindel instead. It's risky though. And when faced with a decision like this, I almost always make the safer play because I've learned from experience. So we're gonna lower threat by 6. And I think I'm about as prepared as I can be to... When an ally loses the hero type, they keep their resources, right? I think they do. I'm not really sure. But anyway, I'll play Ghân-buri-Ghân even though I don't have an active location at the moment. Go ahead and quest for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do I need that much? Probably don't even need more than 6. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leave Éowyn ready. She can attack for 1, I guess. I don't know. Do I need to do that? Let's just quest with her. But not with Mablung. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 1. So that's going to clear the quest. Shuffle the discard pile in. Add Shores of Anduin and Morgok to staging. Each other player, there are no other players. 15 progress. Morgok cannot leave staging unless there are at least 15 progress. At the end of the round, return each engaged enemy to the staging area. If there are more steeds on wild steeds than uncaptured, each enemy in the staging area captures its steeds. So Morgok's going to get a steed. Beginning of the quest phase, Morgok makes an immediate attack. After he attacks and destroys a character, each enemy in the staging area captures its steeds. Okay. Then we also have Shores of the Anduin. While it's in the victory display, the current quest gains response. When an enemy is destroyed, move X steeds from captured to wild. X is the destroyed enemy's printed threat. Each enemy in the staging area captures its steeds to travel there. I think I need to clear open meadows first. And do I engage this enemy now? I don't have the attack power to take him out in one round. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, maybe I do. So let's engage this enemy. And he's going to attack Beregond. Beregond has the benefit of Arwen shield, so he's at 7. No effect from the shadow cards, so no damage. I should lower threat by 1 for Frodo and lower threat by 1 for Beregond. And then we have an attack from the White Mountain Beastmaster on Beregond. So it's for 7 to Beregond. 7 shields does no damage. 4, 5, 6, 7. So I do have 12, right? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on Morgok. That will eliminate Morgok. Which frees the steed. Alrighty. So all I need is to get my 15 progress before too many steeds are captured. At the end of the round, Beastmaster is going to be returned to staging. Oh, after Morgok is destroyed. Oh, wait. Back it up. Can't actually destroy Morgok. I read this text and then immediately forgot it. He cannot leave the staging area unless there are 15 progress. Whoops. Victory display. So, he's in staging. He's got his steed. At the end of the round, return each enemy to staging. Well, actually, so obviously instead of the Morgok attack, that card should go back. This card would be the shadow card for Beastmaster, which does no damage, and then Beastmaster would be destroyed. So he's not going to return to staging. However, each enemy in the staging area captures its steeds, so that resolves everything. I need 15 progress before I can engage Morgok. A Legolas should draw a card for the attack, and then I draw one more for the round. So, what shall I do here? Probably play Gildor, because I'm going to need some questing power. So Gildor came out in a very timely spot. I won't be able to heal Treebeard much, but I'll risk it, because I need the questing. So... One, two, three, 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. When revealed, move a steed from wild steeds to each enemy in play. If there are less than one per player in play, there aren't. Okay. So it's 12. Let's see, what did I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 to 3, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I get those steeds. And we'll go ahead and move to Shores of Anduin, which means Morgoth captures. He should have made an attack, actually, at the beginning of the quest phase, so this actually wouldn't be the card. This would be his shadow card. Attacks Beregond for 8. Use the honor card to cancel the damage. And then the actual encounter card. We'll just back everything up. Display. Okay, so the actual encounter card is Entwash Crossings. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Get the steeds back. However, let's see, Morgoth. There should be like one less steed, right? Or did I do that already? I did that already. Okay, so am I going to move to Shores of Anduin or Entwash Crossings? Right now, I'm thinking Entwash Crossings. Search the discard pile for an enemy and put it into play. So this enemy will attack Beregond. Either the attacking enemy makes an additional attack after this one or captures its steeds. There are no steeds to capture. So he would need to make an additional attack. Or actually, I'm sorry, when he enters play, so he actually does have a steed to capture, so I'll have him capture that so he doesn't make an additional attack. And I actually really need Ioreth's healing here. Not going to be able to destroy this enemy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Deals 4 damage, but I need Treebeard to be available for 2. And he is not, so this enemy will live. Alright. At the end of the round, he gets returned to staging. So, on to the next round. Raven-winged Helm. Sure, I'll play it. It's his second restricted attachment. Oh, it's not restricted. Okay. Go ahead and play, or we'll use Ioreth to heal. Quest for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This enemy does get a steed. But I'm staying ahead of the curve. Go ahead and move to Shores of Anduin. Each enemy captures its steeds. These 2 enemies will engage. And he's going to make an immediate attack, I think, because he doesn't have any steeds to capture. It's possible he should have made an immediate attack last round as well. So he would have engaged me from the discard pile and gotten a steed, which he captured. And then he would have made an additional attack from last round, which I think I would have needed to put on Ioreth because it would have killed Treebeard. So additional attack kills Ioreth. And then I would have played another one. Yeah, sorry about that. That's super sloppy, but this is pretty complicated, and I think that's how it should have worked. The attack could not have gone on Treebeard. Treebeard, Legolas, or Ioreth. Ioreth would have been the target. Okay. So at the beginning of the quest phase, so actually Servant of the Eye is the shadow card. Right, for Servant of the Eye is the shadow card for Morgoth's beginning of the quest phase attack. Raise threat by 2. It's fine. Frodo lowers it by 1. And the actual encounter card is, oh, that's really annoying. It's going to go on Morgoth, unfortunately. And then another one. Wait, this doesn't say attached to the non-unique enemy. Oh, it's non-unique. Okay. Doesn't say attached to the non-unique enemy without one of these attached. So I guess it can have two banners. When revealed, for each ready character, either exhaust that character or deal 1 damage to it. And it gains Surge. Okay, so in the end, it's 1 less progress. And I have to deal a damage to each ready character or exhaust it. I'll use Honor Guard to cancel the one on Treebeard, I think. Am I still supposed to deal damage to him? Probably. I'll exhaust... Well, Ioreth was exhausted. Legolas, and I'll exhaust Warden of Healing. Okay. And he does get a steed. But that one would have been captured by the Shores of Anduin move, so... That squares everything, finally. Sorry about that. Then we have the attack on Beregond. Exhaust a damaged character you control. But no damage. And then an attack on Treebeard, I guess. Or do I need to take that attack undefended? Yeah, this is pretty bad. Oh, I forgot I could use Raven-Winged Helm to cancel Beregond's damage. Maybe I should take the attack undefended on Beregond then. Or on Treebeard. Super risky though. If it's a +2 attack, it could kill him. So, Treebeard will defend. It's going to extend the game, but it's less risky. So no damage. Actually, I don't think I can do that. Because these are going to deal 3 threat each. I think I have to kill that guy, which means taking the attack undefended. I don't have a choice. If it killed Éowyn or Frodo, it killed them. 3 undefended, it had to go on Beregond. But if it had been 4 or 5, then I would have sacrificed Frodo. And then Treebeard can attack for, let's see, I need 1, 2, 3, 4. So buff Treebeard by 1 kills the Beastmaster. Yeah, that was super sloppy at the end of a long game. My apologies for the sloppiness. At the end of the round, this enemy will return, and they would each capture their steeds, but they've already done that. Okay. I think I've missed a variety of little things, but yep, that happens. We'll use Ioreth. We'll use Warden. Should I use Gandalf here? I could just dispatch the Orc Lookout. Quest. Or should I wait one round and then play Glorfindel? Well, first at the beginning of the quest phase, well, if I play Gandalf, it would be with Frodo and Éowyn's resources. Could take out the Orc Lookout. Let's do it. There we go. Kill the Orc Lookout. And then I can quest for 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. How much do I need? 9, 17, 20, 24, 17, 18, 19. At the beginning of the quest phase, Morgok attacks. If there are more steeds on wild steeds than uncaptured, attacking enemy captures its steeds. Okay, so no damage, lowers threat by 1. Now, questing for 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. If I quest with Gandalf as well, I could potentially get all the progress I need. But I don't have good options for killing Morgok this round. I think once again I'll just play it safe. We'll quest for 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, doomed 1. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So when an enemy is destroyed, I'm going to put this on the side so I remember. When it's destroyed, move X steeds from captured to wild. The enemy does get to capture 1. So he's going to engage. He's going to attack Beregond. Deal 2 damage among characters you control. I'll go 1, 2. And he raises threat by 1. Frodo lowers it by 1 though when he quested successfully, so balances out. And then I'll go ahead and attack for 3, 6. Kill a Servant of the Eye. Draw a card. Free 2 steeds. Thanks to Shores of Anduin. Alright, should be a victory from here. Gandalf leaves at the end of the round. Gandalf was probably excessive. Play another Warden of Healing if I had the resources, which I don't. I'll play Glorfindel. Finally. At the beginning of the quest phase, Morgok will attack. I actually remember it this time. Against Beregond, if there are more steeds on wild than uncaptured, there are, but he has no steeds to capture. So that will lower threat by 1 thanks to Beregond defending successfully. And we'll go ahead and quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 18 was definitely overkill. I wasn't even thinking about it. Go ahead and move to the pasture. This enemy will engage. He will attack Beregond. No damage. So do I have 12? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't, so let's just go 10. Oh, actually, I'll discard Glorfindel. Ready him up. So that goes up to 413. Or, sorry, that goes up to 13 damage. And that will end the quest. So a very sloppy playthrough, I would say. However, I think this deck is solid against this quest. There's a lot to manage in this quest, which is what I really like about these new quests, is that they add in new resources in interesting ways that have to be managed. And it creates quests that are challenging, but challenging with a high skill cap, where if you play well, you have a higher chance to beat the quest, and that's something I really like. Threat is a very big factor in these new quests, which is fine. It makes it does rule out certain decks though that are not great on threat reduction. So a deck like this, where you can lower threat by 2 every round consistently, is quite good, and also has additional threat reduction options with Galadrim's Greeting and Gandalf. So you do need some threat reduction for pretty much all of these quests. It's a pretty important factor, and that's going to rule out some decks which don't have a lot, or whose threat reduction options are pretty bad. But all in all, I'm really, really enjoying these quests. I like them a lot. They're very well designed and thought out, and I really appreciate the players who are making them. So thank you for watching.